Hi folks, and thank you first and foremost for taking time out of your busy day to spend an hour with us. I promise we'll have you done within an hour. My name is Rick Kremer. I'm the guy with the funny hat here, and just to tell you a little bit about myself, I have a Bachelor's of Architecture and Master's of Architecture from University of Florida and FAMU here in Florida. I've been practicing for about 20 years in the commercial industry and have been doing Revit for the last 8. I consider myself a Reviteer, and I've been certified by Autodesk as an instructor and professional technician to help guide people and train and provide technical support. Most recently, I've also co-authored the BIM execution plan for the University of Central Florida, a huge undertaking which we'll brush on a little bit or touch on towards the end of our seminar. And now, I'm excited to introduce to you a guide, a high-level guide to BIM for higher education for facilities departments. We're going to basically look at 3 main topics today: AutoCAD to Revit, BIM 360, and BIM facility management. Now, first, let's talk about AutoCAD. What is AutoCAD and versus Revit? On the left-hand side, you have your comparison of basic features within AutoCAD versus Revit. AutoCAD is a computer-aided drafting tool that replaced the pencil and T-square. It consists of lines, arcs, and circles, and it's flat. The information isn't there. If three-dimensional objects are created in AutoCAD, they're considered sculptural. What I mean by that is they're almost formed like a sculpture would, and they're almost impossible to change. And last but not least is that there's really little to no information in AutoCAD. On the opposite spectrum, Revit, which stands for Revise Instantly, replaces your pencil and T-square with, instead of drawing lines, arcs, and circles, you're placing three-dimensional objects. Those objects come from libraries of content, which is usually free and found online. Next, all the content is called parametric designs. In other words, all the content and things that you draw in Revit are changeable. And last but not least, it's information rich, which is BIM, Building Information Modeling. So let's talk about BIM. BIM is more than 3D. It's all about the eye. The eye is the information. You have CAD versus a real three-dimensional model, which can be constructed. My question to you is, which is considered smart? Over here on the left, you have your typical AutoCAD drawing. And if I had you all on mute, I'd ask everyone, what does this look like? And you'll probably say, oh, a light fixture. And that's exactly what it is. It's a 2x4 light fixture drawn in AutoCAD. The information is lacking. The only thing there is telling us it's the color, the line weight, width, and that's about it. When we look at the same thing within Revit, we drop in a light fixture, and if you can see up on your screen, that light fixture has all the information. It has voltage, it has wattage, it has manufacturer's information, keynotes, assembly, you name it. Anything that you want to put in here is part of that model, and it's part of the family, and it's just as easy as drag and drop. Now, BIM isn't just about one thing. As you see here, everything that surrounds the BIM model includes all this different type of data: legal data, geospatial, financial, specific data, environmental, warranties, and owner information, just to name a few. All of those are a part of the BIM model, or building information. These things include information that you can get out of your model, such as room data sheets. For example, we're taking a look at a cut sheet here of a MRI suite, and this is all live data. The information that you get from this is information that can be used over and over again. In addition, Revit provides you live views. What does that mean? That means when you look at a building, you can cut sections and look at it and understand how the building is put together instead of just flat geometry. What does this mean? Is if we change it once anywhere in the drawing, You change it on the plans, elevations, sections, or 3D views, it changes it everywhere. For example, here's a little project that I worked on. This particular project, I've opened up 4 different views. Starting from the top left, going around clockwise, you'll see I have a schedule, a door schedule that's connected to my workroom, to a 3D elevation, to a flat elevation. Any change to any one of these 4 different views will automatically have an effect on the other views. That's what I mean by change it once. In the next little presentation, what I'm going to do is actually go through and show you how that is done. What I've done here is we're going to take a look at this particular workroom. In this workroom, we're going to focus on this door. Notice the difference, 148 to 143. There's a difference here, but we want to add a second door. So what I'm going to do is simply go over here to my plan view, and I'm going to create a new door based off of this 148. Notice in the elevations and also in the schedule, there's only one single door here, a single 1-panel door. Now, what I'll do is I'll select the door and literally just copy it into place. First, I'm going to move this one over just a little bit and then make a copy of another one simply by mirroring that other door. It automatically updates the information in all my views. It tags it and also puts in the door information. Here's the door number. You'll notice that the door number is built into the door, and when I apply a tag to it, the tag automatically brings in that information. Now, over here in my door schedule, you'll notice that I have door 152. I want to change door 152 and 148 to a different type of door, and at the same time renumber it. Notice I'm doing this in the door schedule itself. When I update the door schedule, the information in the elevation and in the tags in floor plan will update as well. So here I'm going to change that to 143, A and B. So here's my B, and there it is in elevation. And the great thing about this is never once did I draw any lines, arcs, or circles. In addition to that, I've never had to go through and create any layers. All the information is contained within one model, 143A and B, and now my work is done. Everything is contained within one project. Now, in the end, we're looking at just one little room earlier. This is an actual project that Applied Software was hired to help work on at Mississippi State University to create this fully 3-dimensional parametric model. It's quite intense, and this was something that we can help your universities do as well. Next, let's just dive right into it. I'm going to open up Revit and demonstrate a little bit about Revit. This is a real live demo, non-scripted. So over here I have a building that I actually worked on, JM Family. That's a project over here in South Florida. The idea here is that I want to demonstrate briefly how easy it is to work in Revit. On the right-hand side, you have a project browser which has all the different views of my one drawing. And if you were to take a look at this drawing, you'd say, well, this looks just like an AutoCAD drawing, where in fact, this is a full 3D information-rich model. When I take a look at this in 3D, it's going to generate a perspective view of my building. And I can basically go through the building at any point and take a look at information. For example, if I come back over here and look at my plan view, and I want to see what is happening in the east-west section of my building, all I have to do is double-click on the section marker, and it automatically takes me to that view. The information is well coordinated between my MEP and my designs, so I know that I have some room here in my plenum space for my mechanical systems. Next, if we go through and start to take a look at some information that we want to evaluate in 3D, For example, I'd like to investigate how this stair actually works. I can simply click on it, come over here and look at it in an isolated view. What this does, it looks at my model and just isolates just that one part of the building. I can then do some investigating to make sure that I have enough headroom or determine what I want to do with this space underneath. Now, let's take another look. If I wanted to come over here, for example, and make a change, I'm going to demonstrate the make the change once. For example, these two section marks. I want you to take a look at the sheet number that they're on, 7.55. If I come over here and go to my sheet, 755, and open up that sheet, you'll see that these sections will populate and they'll show up on my sheet. Now, I've noticed that I've skipped a number and I actually need to replace that 755 sheet number with 754. I can simply click here, click again, and delete that and type in 754 and hit enter. Just like that, I've changed the sheet name. If I go back to my floor plan view, ta-da, 754 and any other information that was on that sheet, like this right here, will be updated. I no longer, as a project manager, have to go back and manage these tags. What does that mean for you? That means better coordinated drawings. So, with that, we'll go back to PowerPoint. And this is just a brief overview of Revit. I could spend hours demonstrating all the different things within Revit. Let's talk about part 2. BIM 360. Another very important part of BIM 360 is spanning the building life cycle. This is where it really comes into play of everything that is important for you. All the different aspects of BIM 360 include BIM 360 Glue, Layout, Field, Plan, Building Ops, and finally Docs. The ones that are in yellow, I'm going to focus on because these I really feel are really specific towards FM. Docs, Glue, Layout, and Building Ops. So let's take a look at those. BIM 360 enables you to share, view, and search information easily using technology that's at your fingertips. This is done through a browser, through your computer, and also accessible through any iPad or Android device. That includes your telephone or tablets. And how does BIM 360 increase your project coordination? It gives you the ability to enable anytime access to the project, delivering information easily digestible by anyone on the project. Next, it connects all the different disciplines in one model, providing you a shared database of live information that you can analyze. Now let's take a look at BIM 360 Glue. BIM 360 Glue is typically used during pre-construction and construction execution. The idea here is that the architect, engineers, and designers upload their individual models into BIM 360 Glue, and it accepts 50 different type of file formats. So it's not just Revit, it could be Bentley, it could be AutoCAD, it could be anything that creates three-dimensional content, and you as the building owner can mark up information and have that well coordinated and documented back into a model that's easily digestible. And what I mean by that is that the application itself only has 5 different buttons. It's very user-friendly. Next is BIM 360 Layout. This is done during the pre-construction and construction process. And what does that mean? Is when you have your drawings already created and coordinated, you upload them to BIM 360 Glue. This is where all the designers and application engineers can upload their information. You as the building owner can oversee this and mark it up. Next, after it's uploaded to BIM 360 Glue, it's then taken out into the field. Using a point layout, BIM 360 layout enables general contractors to precisely lay out where exactly each hanger, everything that needs to be done that was created and coordinated in the 3D model, can be then accurately pinpointed in the physical world. What you'll notice on this very top model over here is these green points. Those are where the hanger locations are supposed to be installed. Out in the field, using a Trimble system, those can be accurately located in the field. Information can then be coordinated back into the BIM 360 glue and back into the original design model. What that means is that your as-built drawings are exactly what they are supposed to be out in the field back into the three-dimensional model. Next is BIM 360 Docs. This connects the entire construction team and all your documents in one system. What this does, it gives you the ownership and the ability to find information, thousands of different documents, all in one space, where anyone, anywhere has access to the whole project. Next is Building Ops. Now, this is essential for commissioning and handover. It streamlines handover limits and warranty expenses and information that is built into the model. This is where the information in BIM comes into play. Building Ops is a mobile-first maintenance management solution. Easy for me to say, right? The idea is that when you click on a particular object out in the field, you have the ability to scan that information and bring it into a database that is easily accessible by everyone, from the technicians to the building occupants to the maintenance managers. This connects all team members to data when they need it, and it's easily accessible. In this next little video, I'm going to show you a demonstration of what exactly Building Ops is.
Are you a general contractor who wants to provide a better handover experience for your customers? Or a building owner looking for a software solution that serves the needs of your mobile workforce and helps you begin operating your new building on day one? If so, Autodesk Building Ops, a mobile-first maintenance and asset management solution, may be what you are looking for. With a simple and elegant design, Building Ops places BIM asset data in the hands of those who need it most, or managers, technicians, and building occupants. Building Ops is organized using a dashboard metaphor that provides role-based, contextually relevant information in a way that is immediately actionable. Speech-to-text conversion, automated ticket and asset categorization, and the capture of photos and videos speed data entry. Notifications alert occupants and technicians when tickets are updated or assigned. On your iPhone, you can integrate Building Ops with the Today view, providing quick access to a summary of activity. Exporting equipment data from BIM 360 field makes operating your new building on day one a possibility. Scheduled maintenance tasks and reusable checklists make setting up a preventative maintenance program easy. Building Ops helps provide for a better handover experience and helps you begin operating your building on day one by connecting BIM asset data to those who need it most.
As you can see, Building Ops is very, very cool. Not only is it cool, it gives you the ability to take the information that it's built into your model and puts it at your fingertips, enabling everyone on the design team, from the general contractors to facilities maintenance to occupants, to have the information right then and there. It also helps you manage your project warranty and keeps information at your fingertips. One of the very interesting things that I have to show you is this thing called panoramic power. It integrates with Building Ops in a way that is very, very interesting. One thing is to basically go out into the field and identify a broken piece of mechanical equipment, for example, and then having to repair it. What panoramic power and Building Ops does, it has these little sensors. These orange devices clamp over a wire, an electrical wire, let's say, to a mechanical unit. And what this does, it gives you the ability to do predictive maintenance. If there's any fluctuation in electricity, either up or down by a certain percentage, it notifies you automatically. And it gives you the ability to determine and predict issues before they happen. In this next little video, I'm going to show you a demonstration of this panoramic power. These little devices are game changers.
Panoramic Power's enterprise energy management solution consists of a real-time device-level energy data collection platform and a powerful cloud-based data analytics engine. Our snap and fit sensors are easy to install and are highly scalable, ensuring a simple deployment for immediate real-time monitoring of energy consumption at the device level. Our business process consulting and proven implementation methodology helps ensure for a seamless implementation. Installation starts by identifying the devices and circuits to be monitored and mapping them into the system using our deployment tools, which control and manage the installation process of unlimited endpoints across multiple sites. Our unique, miniature, non-invasive, self-powered, and wireless sensors enable organizations to quickly and cost-effectively collect real-time energy consumption data for an unlimited number of individual loads within a facility. Each sensor has a unique ID that is matched to a physical circuit. The sensors are easily installed on all panel boards within the facility with a simple snap and clip, and without disruption or the need to disconnect any wires. Various sensor types are available for different current ranges and wire sizes, and dozens of sensors can be installed and mapped in less than an hour. The bridge is mounted close to the panel boards and immediately connects to the internet. The bridge communicates the energy from the sensors every 10 seconds via Ethernet, Wi-Fi, or cellular connectivity. The sensors are self-powered through magnetic fields that surround the wire, and they never require maintenance, service, or battery replacement. Once the bridge is connected and the panel boards are closed, reception from all sensors is verified. The RX LED on the bridge will blink when a sensor message is received. You can then activate the system dashboard and start receiving invaluable energy data. Set up energy alerts and reports that explore the data using our cloud-based analytic tools. Panoramic Power, snap and fit, easy-to-install sensors that provide unmatched device-level energy intelligence and visibility.
All right. This right here, although we're not selling panoramic power, it's just a preview of the tip of the iceberg of how to get information live from your buildings and connect it to your mobile devices. This is just one of many different devices, but something that you'll see more and more of. Last but not least is part 3, BIM and facility management. Why use BIM? BIM can help you collect data from construction phases, and typically this generates 50 different types of documents, over 56,000 pages of documents, which would take 25 banker boxes to hold on a typical project. That equals about 20-year-old trees, each 20 inches in diameter and 50 feet high. Ultimately, what I would like to do, as well as pretty much everyone else, is leave less trees, or not leave less trees, leave more trees, and have everything done electronically. Our carbon blueprint is something that we all want to achieve. Next is facility management and tracking the life cycle of our building. BIM and FM significantly reduces time transferring data by having the information at your fingertips. This provides you full system services on day one. All the information is live. What that means is you're eliminating polylining. What that means basically is instead of having a document that is an AutoCAD based drawing or something that is a flat line drawing, that information has no width, no information. Polylining is something that we want to get rid of by introducing BIM. This eliminates any errors and transfers complete data information to the building owners. This can be done in 4 different levels. The BIM facility management levels include the digital as-built, the equipment tagging through QR codes. Level 3 would include facility management information systems, a graphic interface, as we described here before, using such technology as the iPad or iPhone. And level 4 is the graphic interface, a two-way interface system that enables you to update your content information for a full life cycle building information. Part of this is the BIM execution plan. This begins by creating a BIM execution plan or template that is given to prospective clients who are creating projects for you. For example, the University of Central Florida, we created this BIM execution plan, and here are just some snapshots of some of the pages. This gives precise information so that you have that information at your fingertips. This includes such things as project information, project goals for your 5-year term, information exchanges with different LODs and who's responsible for what, and different requirements exactly detailing what LOD requirements are created and what are included or excluded in those level of developments. Now these 4 pages are just 4 of about, I think there was close to 300 different pages in our BIM execution plan that gives the ability to get precise information delivered at the end of the project. At the heart of this is COBie. COBie gives you the information that as an architect, would be responsible for putting up this information in the BIM model and handing this over to the general contractor. The general contractor would then come in and fill in this information, giving you, the building owner, the information of the as-built information right then and there. To sum this up, extending the life cycle management of your building using BIM gives you better coordinated designs, optimized performance, streamlined construction, all through BIM-enabled operations. And with that, I'm going to let Linda take it from here. Thank you all. Linda, you're on mute. Okay. What's next? Over here we have what's next. In the education aspect, we have 2013 use of educational licenses for facilities was no longer included under educational pricing. In 2014, Autodesk made the entire portfolio of software free for education purposes. So as educators, you have access to the entire portfolio. As a result, your customers now can just subscribe to commercial licenses to use software for their departments. And Applied Software has served the education customers for over 30 years. The world is changing, and so is Autodesk. The classic way to buy used to be buying a perpetual license plus a maintenance plan. This gave you different options as a single or multi-user. This included certain things such as term options, which was annual or multi-year. The pricing model gave you the ability to do 6 times the first year and 1 time the year after. This is going to be going away July 31st in 2016. Now, the new way to buy is to subscribe to Autodesk products through limited single and multi-user contracts. The term options include annual or multi-year. Is subscribing to Autodesk a good thing? Yes. And the reason why is it gives you simplified customer experience, a lower upfront cost, and you pay for Autodesk services and cloud services for the amount of time that is right to you. It's scalable. And more importantly, you stay up to date and protect the value of your existing investment by always having the most up-to-date software. The benefits of maintenance and plans and becoming a subscriber to Autodesk includes automatic updates, predictive budgeting, flexible licensing rights, and extended territory rights.
Hey,
This gives you
Rick.
the
Rick,
yes.
it's Linda. I apologize. I somehow managed to get kicked off the internet, but I am back. Thank you for
Okay.
stepping in for me. I did miss the last slide or two, but I think I should be able to catch right up. Thanks for stepping in for me. So just to repeat right here, make sure everybody stayed with us. The benefits of maintenance plans and becoming a subscriber to Autodesk. As you can see here, automatic upgrades to the next version, predictable budgeting, flexible licensing rights, extended territory rights, and additional cloud services and analysis tools. And I'd be delighted to talk with you offline about any of these features. Next slide. All right, what you see here are the typical products that we sell to the higher education facilities space. And don't get too caught up in all of the different product names, just focus in on the red letters. So on the left-hand side, you'll see our Building Design Suite standard line, which pretty much contains just AutoCAD. And then moving forward with the premium, it contains AutoCAD and Autodesk Revit. And finally, the highest product includes AutoCAD, Revit, and Navisworks Manage. Similar situation on the infrastructure side. All right. If you would, please change the slide. Here's quick highlights of our software list, client list, applied software client list. And I notice a few of you are on this webinar today, so thank you very much for working with us. It's been a pleasure, and I hope to continue working with you all and adding some new folks to this little brag board here. Next slide. All right, I'd like to take a moment to introduce Donald. Donald, I hope you're on. Donald Hashigan from DLT, and he is with our partner DLT. Go ahead, Donald.
Thank you, Linda. Yeah, my name is Donald, and I've been with DLT Solutions for about a year now. And as you can see on the slide, DLT is Autodesk's first master government reseller, so we have been working with them for over 20 years now. And we do hold a variety of different contract vehicles, so we are able to pretty much just simplify the procurement process for all levels of higher education, and it just makes it easier for customers to purchase because Autodesk does have a lot of products out there. And if you are a state-funded or publicly funded college or university, you would fall under the government umbrella and qualify for discounted government pricing. All my contact information is at the bottom here, so if you have any questions about Autodesk or pricing, please let me know.
Very good. Next slide. So are you using Autodesk educational licenses in facilities or in other business units on campus? The way to determine that is anything that's not teaching or learning with students is considered a commercial need. Please review your product usage and determine how many people work at the same time to determine if you'll need single user or multi-user licenses. Review the tasks that people do with the products, especially in design and construction and FM departments, and lean towards BIM. This is a great opportunity to start working with BIM on your campus. Take advantage of limited time remaining for purchase of perpetual plus maintenance while it's still available. This is where the best savings is right now. And please contact us between myself and my colleague David Moore and Donald from DLT and a slew of technical experts like Rick Kremer. We'd be delighted to help you work on this challenge. Next slide. All right. I'm not sure. I just got a message from Dave that he got kicked off just like I did, so we're going to be taking some questions here. Dave, were you able to come on? All right. He says he's still coming on. All right. I'm just looking here at the question pane. And please don't be shy. First question, are the slides going to be available for downloading? Actually, the entire webinar will be on our YouTube channel, so you're going to want to search for Applied Software on YouTube, and you should not have any trouble whatsoever finding our website. All right, let me look to see if there's some additional questions. Okay, this question we've answered before, but I'll answer it again. Do professors and computer labs need to pay for software? The answer is no. You can go to the Autodesk website, search for education, and everything you need to know about downloading free software is available there. I do answer questions about this all the time. I'd be delighted to help you, and my email is linda@asti.com. That's LINDA at ASTI.com. All right. Are there any additional questions? Okay, here's another one. We are state funded and we have limited budgets. Isn't this software expensive? Well, if you are a state funded agency, as Donald mentioned, you'll be able to work with DLT to get government GSA schedule pricing. Now, that pricing is significantly lower than commercial pricing. If you are a private college or university, you will have to buy commercial pricing, but here at Applied Software, being one of the largest resellers in the United States, we do have access to better pricing, so we are the people to talk to about that. And to be perfectly honest, the software is expensive, but it does do a lot of things that can really streamline many things in your department. So I'd be delighted to talk with you again about that. Okay, can I get a copy of the slides? I already saw that one. Here's an interesting question. What roles can applied software play in helping us get BIM on our campus? That's a great question. Thank you. Applied Software has a large group of technical experts that have worked on universities before. Rick with the University of Central Florida, we have a number of people who have worked with our clients in different levels of services engagement. So we can come in and talk for a half a day and do a session, or we can do as deep a dive as you need us to do. If everybody needs to be trained on the new software, that's something that we can do. If we just need to do a high-level meeting so people understand the direction your department would like to go in, that's another thing we can do. You know, again, we can talk with you about that. All right, let me look. How do we create a transition plan to migrate from our current systems to Revit? Fantastic question. And this is something that I personally specialize in. One of the things that we do here at Applied Software is we will talk very deeply with your users and find out your workflows. Typically, a lot of schools are on a CAD workflow. That's the way they've always done things, and we know how to address that very well. We will put that in our training program and address that. And Rick, I know you have a great answer for that. If you're still listening, will you respond to that question?
Absolutely. Thank you, Linda. Basically, as Linda had said before, just to expand on that, one of the things that we provide is I, for example, will go, or another technician, and we'll spend half a day to a full day basically making sure to capture your workflow and ask the questions to understand how your drawings are put together and how the information that is being used. What we typically do then is create an assessment and a brief where we'll come up with a tailored solution for your facilities maintenance or for your business to better take advantage of the information and make a transition from AutoCAD to Revit. And matter of fact, one of the classes that I teach is using the technology of Revit and AutoCAD together in a hybrid to put together drawings. A lot of information that is already there in AutoCAD, for example, doesn't need to be redrawn and can then just be added to as needed in Revit. It's one of the things that I pride myself on, having worked as an architect for the past 20+ years, of utilizing technology to work smarter, not harder. So I hope I answered that question. But we've done it before and we can help you as well.